I'm in need of your aid, Sabine. Something scratches at my insides, and I believe I need to be examined. It doesn't hurt, no, but it's bothered me increasingly for weeks on end, and I cannot bear it more. I must see you. You must know. You know intimately what every agent's body can take and cannot take. Well, this may affect my work, so I have no choice but to see you. Sage cannot lift a finger to help me. She is powerless in this regard. All right. I've been having disturbances to my rest. I do not claim to exist in peace usually, but the quiet, the prescribed knitting, it's not quite working to keep me together. I'm remembering more and ever more, especially after the hourglass operation. I have picked up pieces of my former life, but I still do not remember how it was to exist in that past life. How it was to feel. All I know is confusion, sparks of joy amongst a blizzard of agony. The same things I've always told you at my medical evaluations. I know what you did to me. A week ago, I only remembered the color of the walls of your lab at Kingdom. 4 days ago, I remembered the knife I held in my hand. Yesterday, I remembered the irreversible damage your toxins did to my face. And today, I remembered every second of that Radianite infusion chamber being activated, with me inside it. Your formulation created a permanent etching on my being. Do you ever wonder where my eyes are? Do you ever look at these 3 slits and feel pride in your creation? Or fear of when I'd finally remember the horrible truth? I joined the protocol to find answers. I'd do whatever you, Liam, Sasha, and Amir tell me to do, just with the premise of finding myself. But now, after the counter with the Scions of the Hourglass, I've come to know my ties to them, specifically the task they sent me on. I'm not who I was. Not the one who followed their orders, not the one who tried to murder you. You have my leash now, not them. So why didn't you tell me how I hurt you? Back then and still now. As a constant reminder of the terror you suffered. I care for you, Sabine. As you've let me try and search. Try and grasp the only thing I've ever wanted. And this is how you repay me. You have my leash now, not them. So why didn't you tell me how I hurt you back then and still now as a constant reminder of the terror you suffered? To keep me like this, inhuman, existent and non-existent, falling apart at the seams as your revenge? Or did you remember who I pretended to be before that? And whoever I was shared many experiences with you that you had given up on restoring. Sunshine, soft whispers, a warm body, now left to be darkness, this terrible grating voice, and half of a corpse. Maybe with your back literally to the wall, you'll tell me the truth of everything. Who was I? No. Who are you? I awoke here as a newborn. You took me in, and I lent my dedication to you in return for the chance to find these answers. And you actively deny me this peace. What, so I can mature as your personal victory? You must be proud of me, Sabine. You must enjoy how your worst nightmare has turned into one of your greatest assets. But you must also stay awake at night, cold, alone, shivering when you remember the sorry state I'm in, and whether you should let me have my reward, whether I've done a good enough job. You don't get to decide who I am, regardless of who my precursor was. You can decide my existence, but you cannot control what becomes of me afterwards. I burn, Sabine. I am obsessed with finding the pieces of normalcy, but the more I attempt to find them in the past, the more of you I find. I can accept my own death at your hands. I can accept the agonizing state you've left me in, but something bothers me, and I will not sit idle because I know there is something to be done about it. I also remember many good things. I remember lunch dates. Sometimes I can taste the salad he would stuff his face with, and I can feel the warmth of your slight, amused smile. I know even that small joy was his facade, I know. But it claws at my insides, because I can remember his hurt when he knew his mission would ruin all of that joy. He didn't want it to end like that. I'm feeling more and more of his fear, his irreversible march past the event horizon. I also feel this warmth that points me like a compass to you, yet continues and continues to grow in intensity, and I cannot describe it. It hurts, but brings delight to me at the same time. Is this love? Did he love you? Did you love him? Do I love you? I could not have started to feel this without your hand in my transformation. If I didn't have a past life to remember, I could not have started to feel this way. But I somehow feel that if I had just met you as a normal being, I'd have started to feel the same. I apologize. I am not him, yet parts of him linger. Parts of you linger in every breath I take, and I linger because you want me here. Or you want the right pieces of the man who tried to kill you to remain, so that you may have them all to yourself. So now the question is, Sabine, do you want me, or do you want your version of him? Then you will have to be honest with me, so I can prove to you that this warmth I feel is the only feeling for you I've retained from him. Is it all right to feel this way? The pressure has been unbearable. Every moment without knowing for sure whether it is my past or what you think of me. I think that has been the reason why it's sweet agony. You look at me now with the eyes of a warm-blooded creature, much in contrast to your namesake. I cannot beg your forgiveness, as I am not the man who betrayed you, but I beg your permission to stay and act on these feelings. I'll knit you many sweaters, kill many people, make you coffee, whatever you want. I'll take the hurt. I'll take your hurt, and however much your love burns, too. You really want to try? Thank you. You tore me apart and put me back together, but you left part of yourself behind in me, and it is clear now that I cannot bear to exist without you. Please, only you can find that part. Take your gloves off, put your hands on my chest, and start your search. Find your marks on me and leave some more unto me.